So, all my single people, stay single, work on you, focus on you till God sends the one. Because the enemy is definitely sending fake people, counterfeits, and even those that have good hearts. Like, they may not be bad people, they may be great women and great men, but they are not the one for you. And talking to my coworker that took us out to eat today, that got us some food, through all the chaos that's happening here, like the biggest thing, like I know I said a little bit in the last video, but stay, leave me alone. With the guy that took us out, like he was asking questions, and I mean he was asking questions, but then I also realized how he was moving, and I love the fact that I have people around me that want to help me. Like, he went to the point of calling people, and because I was telling him, he was like, as a woman, in our country, because they're Serbian, so he was like, man, it's like literally pretty much a rule. Like, the man has to provide for their families, and for the women, after he was asking like all the questions, and he was just like, hey, I could make a phone call. Because when I told him, like, I said, while I was on the road, like, I'm a chef, like, I got stuff, but see, I do stuff for my own reasons. I don't do it to be top notch and none of that. No. But he's like, no, I can make a phone call. He made the phone call. Like, he made the phone call. He came to me, was like, hey, I done called such and such. Whenever you ready, when you want to get stable. And you just got to hear the words that people are saying, because even though people don't have bad intentions, you still have to be mindful of them. I believe God trusts me around a lot of men because of the fact that I don't seek attention. I don't care for the attention. Nothing that they say can do. The money, I don't care about nobody's status. None of that fazes me, or none of that can get to me. I'm not one of those girls. And that's why I told him, I'm not one of those that, I want a man to take care of me and provide for me, because I don't feel like that's what a marriage is. I feel like that's what a babysitter is. Like, if you just want a man to take care of you and you not doing anything, like, I don't want that. But, just talking to him, and I was letting him know, like, that's not who I am. But he was like, man, he's like, he got me to hook up. He was like, hey, you could come to Chicago. We'll help you find a place, all that. He was like, I'll help you do that. But he's only doing that because the fact, like, he sees the value in me. He sees me, but you're not for me. You're not good for me. We don't have the same background. And when I told him about, like, I said a few things, but I was like, no. So, but most importantly, y'all, is like, this generation is different and it's not for me. But having God in my relationship is important. Going to church is important. And like, he said, oh yeah, we could do the church thing. So I'm listening to the words while he's making sure, like, because people do have good hearts. Like, I want to help you because you're such a good person. He's like, you're always nice to me. You're doing things. People not used to, when you're somebody's first, like, showing kindness, because some people are so used to toxicity. And when you show a man that hasn't really had, he don't have family, it's just pretty much him. So it's just like, when you don't have what the desires of your heart, and you see that somebody else that shows you kindness, and everything else around you, everything that you attach to, you got the wrong women and things like that, like, they are drawn to that. But then you have to set boundaries and align. And he was like, no, you're nice to me. He's like, and I told him, I was like, I'm not used to people helping me. So, because he's like, why you keep telling me thank you? I said, because I'm just not used to people doing for me. So thank you for the food, thank you, for the ride, thank you, like, for everything, like, helping with my truck, thank you. And he was like, no problem, you're so nice, and then he started naming things about me. And he was like, he started pointing, like, he's like, man, your personality, everything. But when you really listen to a guy, they crave that. Like, a good guy craves that. Like, I haven't even seen a woman like this. But at the same time, you got to stand on what you want and what your calling and purpose is the most, because you can't kill that because you want to be with somebody. And I don't crave to be with just anybody. I'm so faithful to God, because God is my husband right now, until he allows somebody to cut in and have me. So I'm faithful to God, but I'm also being faithful to the one that our God already has as my husband. And that's how it should be in this season of your singleness, that you're so faithful. It doesn't matter what's coming your way, because all of this is distractions to get you a God, but you got it in this season. I'm so sensitive. Like, I hear everything. I watch patterns. I watch how people move. Like, whew, it aggravates me sometimes. And that's why, like, space and things is just so important, because I don't want to miss anything, and you don't want you don't want to mislead somebody because you're not paying attention to what they're doing. And when people start making moves, it's things that I've never noticed, and that's why people thought, oh, you gullible, you naive. Come on, no, it's just the fact that but then I wasn't just paying attention. I'm nice, yes, like, I'm not like that. And then the one thing that stood out was, we was talking, or what was what with while I was getting food, and he was like, we said, I forgot what was said, but he was like, you can't change. He said, you are who you are. He said, your heart won't be bitter. He said, because you're not like that. You're not going to change. Like, everything that's going on, because one thing was about the job, like, everything that's going on, he's like, everybody else might flip out, but he's like, no, you're really a good person. Oh, I said, because he's like, you're really nice, and he kept naming a bunch of stuff, and I said, yeah, I'm trying to be. He said, no, you are. He said, and that's rare. But in this season, ladies, hear well, see what's going on, because you don't want to give a guy the wrong signals and make somebody feel like, yeah, you might feel appreciated. And I think that's like, even loving on people, some people love, like, that's what we're supposed to do. But hey, there's lines to this, there's boundaries to this. So in this season, while you're being faithful to the one that God has for you, be faithful with God, because God is our husbands. God is our everything, and we can't miss out. Don't get so tired, because so many people, I feel like now, are so stuck on a kingdom spouse journey and things, and y'all are missing and settling for the counterfeit instead of the one that God has for you. And that one's going to have to be explained at another time, because I really can't go into that. But it's a lot of things that God have me see, and it's like, it's crazy, because I don't know how to put this stuff into words. I don't know how to express certain things. I don't know. But all I know is, don't get so caught up on even what God shows you that you miss out on who he actually has for you. Certain things are really just tests. Certain things are really just to see, will you chase, will you idolize that, because you will settle for what you think is what looks good, what presents itself spiritual, and really be falling for a counterfeit. And you're missing who God has for you, and you're delaying it. And the person that God really has for you, God ain't gonna make them wait because of your disobedience, because you're listening to words and other people more than you're trying to really focus on God. In this season, like it says in Corinthians, like, focus on your purpose, focus on what God has for you, heal, learn you, because I don't think I've learned me all the way, and I'm still learning. And then something that the pastor said too, he was like, oh, so you've been walking with God for 5 years. I said, no, I don't. He got me at 30, but I don't consider that. I don't consider it. I just think that, like, I am where I am now because, like, I say 33, like the end of my 32s going into 33, and I was scared to turn 33. So it's just like, God changed some things. God has made me see some things, and I can't unsee what God learned. I can't unsee what God opened up my eyes to see. And enjoy your journey. Enjoy the process, because you cannot get your singleness back. Once you are married, you can't get your singleness back. I want to enjoy my space. I want to enjoy me. And that's where you should enjoy you. This is where you learn you. So when you do get a partner, you're not so focused on them. You don't lose you inside of them. You still putting God first, and somebody that is in God's will for your life will understand that God comes first. Like, you might be my husband or my wife, but listen, God comes first, because when I don't like you, I gotta go see God. When you do something that kind of irritates, or when you do something that I don't understand and I'm trying to understand, like, I gotta seek God, because he gave me you, and I don't want to mishandle that. You don't want to mishandle what God is giving us. So therefore, Wait on the Lord. Don't move too fast. Enjoy you in your single phase. Don't rush it because you can't get this season back.